Okay, so good morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome to RAFX video. Happy Sunday to all. And yeah, I thought gagawa tayo ng video about crypto because as we know, this week medyo bumagsak yung price from Bitcoin to altcoins, and we are going to consider kung meron ba tayong opportunities na makikita dito during the dips. So sabi nga nila, Bitcoin is a very risky asset, and for others it is a very sound asset, but for traders like me and for others as well, we always find opportunities, and those opportunities presents themselves by looking into the chart. So paano ba natin tinitingnan ang isang asset or isang cryptocurrency na after a dip we could start accumulating or buying again in order to take the profit from that dip into somewhere along the previous price na pwede nating i-profit from that downtrend. So in this video I am going to actually present two cryptocurrency na nakakita tayo ng opportunity, and I will discuss kung saan tayo pumunta, ano yung mga price targets natin, and of course bibigyan natin ng konting tawag dito explanation kung ano ba yung dalawang coins na to. So of course we are all familiar with Ethereum, and most likely for the past 2 weeks Metaverse has been talk of the netizen because of Facebook has changed their name into Meta from FB, and kumbaga this is, they believe, the next big thing in the web. So in order for the traders to get some advantages and get in their feet wet on these coins, we have different Metaverse cryptocurrency. We have Mana, we have ano pa ba? Ethereum is the underlying, and we also have Lithium, and kumbaga maraming nag-represent ang kanilang metaverse coins and platforms. However, in this video I am going to cover one, which is the underlying coin for Decentraland. So this is the Decentraland game, kumbaga. So let's start with Mana. Ano nga ba yung Mana? And what is Decentraland? So Decentraland defines itself as a virtual reality platform powered by the Ethereum blockchain that allows users to create, experience, and monetize content and applications. In this virtual world, users purchase plots of land that they can later navigate, build upon, and monetize. Decentraland was launched following a 24 million initial coin offering that was conducted in 2017. The virtual world launched its closed beta in 2019 and opened to the public in February 2020. Since then, the users have created a wide range of experience on their parcels of land, including interactive games, sprawling 3D scenes, and a variety of other interactive experiences. So, in short, kumbaga ang Decentraland is para siyang virtual world wherein merong parcels of land that anyone can own using digital wallets. So kumbaga pwede kang bumili doon ng isang parcel, and then it's up to you kung paano mo siya develop. So, and ang pwede mong maging income doon dahil yung parcel of land na yan is considered as NFT, so hindi siya pwedeng ma-duplicate on that environment. So pwede mo siyang i-rent, i-develop, and then the price would go higher from that point on in the next coming days or years. So parang kumbaga sa real world is real estate. But in this Decentraland, hindi lang real estate. Pwede kang magkaroon ng sarili mong avatar. You can develop it. You can be also a builder. So marami kang pwedeng gawin. And the underlying coin in Decentraland is called Mana. So mamaya titingnan natin kung ano yung price and saan tayo pwedeng bumili as a trader or as an investor. So the next one is Ethereum. So this is the second largest cryptocurrency. So this is for smart contract. And of course, we all know that this is second to Bitcoin. So later we could see kung meron ba tayong opportunity after the dip na sinasabi natin. Okay. So let's go to the chart and let's discuss first the Decentraland. So if you will notice in my I got already a position in these two asset I have built or I have bought earlier this morning. So I've seen some levels that I could start buying in and observing if those levels would be maintained. So nag-set na tayo. But however, in general, paano tayo nagko-consider na kailangan na pwede na tayong pumasok? Let's start with analyzing the chart of Decentraland on a weekly chart. So dito sa weekly chart, hindi ko masyadong ma-identify yung kanyang trend. However, we could use the support and resistance level sa Decentraland. So kung mapapansin mo, doon siya nag-breakout around October 25 mula sa consolidation na yan. And from there, gumawa siya ng support sa 2.7 on this level. So andyan yung support natin. And then, yeah, it went as high as on that 5.79. So ang Decentraland is hindi siya nakaiwas din, of course, because all of the crypto market has been declining or having its correction, as we would say. And for us, that's an opportunity for us to get in back kung nagte-trade tayo. So that's the weekly chart of Decentraland. So let's go lower sa kanyang daily. And in here, medyo makakakita tayo ng konting trend. Okay? So in this case, established na yung kanyang 200 moving average. And yung kanyang 50 moving averages as well has been going good. And yesterday, which is December 4, it has been tested. And bago mag-close is, kumbaga, it's a strong move or strong close kasi bumalik siya doon sa level ng ating above the 50 moving average. But this doesn't mean that kailangan mo nang pumasok or bumili. Okay? So what we consider here is it's still on a decline, although we have here the hammer candle yesterday. So ano yung naging rason natin kung bakit tayo pumasok? So ang ginagawa natin is pupunta tayo sa 1 hour chart and we look for a good strong trend or support na pwede natin gamitin kung pwede na ba tayong bumili. So as I said kanina, yung kanyang downtrend is still persistent. However, in this part, ito yung pinaka-weak or yung pinaka-buntot ng ating candle doon sa daily chart. And what we are going to look for is a very good support. Okay? So that's the first one. Maghahanap tayo ng support. And then, titingnan natin yung mga resistance na pwede na mabe-break. And we are going to look for lower lows. Okay? Na meaning, yung mga lower lows na yun, dapat hindi siya mabe-break at yung mga support na yun is hindi siya mabe-break in order for us to consider that the start of of the reversal is starting. So medyo sa stage na yan, it's a little bit riskier, so that's why yung planning or yung risk management on this stage is very important kasi nga kailangan mong i-manage yung risk kung magiging mali yung approach natin because anything could happen in the market. Kailangan mong i-expose or i-manage yung ilalagay mong risk dito. So ito yung tinignan natin. On this part, kung mapapansin mo, nag-consolidate na siya sa area na yan. Okay? So meron na siyang consolidation and in fact, nag-break out siya dyan, di ba? And kung titingnan natin yung aking position, since it happened, siguro ito, natutulog na tayo. And when I wake up earlier today, nakita ko na medyo naging stable yung kanyang price. So ang tinignan ko rito is okay. So it could be a good support in that line. So pwede na tayong, kasi nga pagising ko kanina, eto na yung price. So papunta na sa dyan sa kanyang 200 moving average. So sabi ko, I will not trace that. I would wait for the price to get into this support. So after a few hours, na-hit yung ating limit order. And then as of the moment, we are still in a good position. So kumbaga, okay pa naman etong support na to. We don't need to panic at this moment. So that's the good thing about trading is that you should always plan ahead. So by that I mean is we should look for a very good stop loss area. So dito, ang stop loss ko is etong 2.70. So meaning in any case that actually if that, because crypto market is so volatile, so hindi natin mamamalayan na nagka-crash or nagmo-move yung market, yung price in a very fast movement. So ang ginawa ko is naglagay ako ng stop loss dito sa area na to. And that means na pwede ko hihintayin ko siyang ma-hit. So pwede kong hintayin na okay. So let's observe kung etong support na to will get broken. So meaning it could be a sign na mali yung ating approach or yung ating move. So meaning pwede ko na siyang i-close. But for now, I think the current price for Mana is still good and I'm still okay with my current position. Okay? So ganun lang, you look for a good support and then since we are looking for a buying opportunity, titingnan natin kung meron na ba siyang nabibuild na trend or lower high. So right now meron na siyang lower high dito and this could be a lower high as well. So pwede siyang magstay dyan and kung mag-break man yan, pwede nating yung price natin is dito. Make sure lang na yung ating exposure or yung risk is na manage na natin na we can kumbaga kaya natin, we are okay with how much we can lost on this trade. But of course, if you are right, ang sinet naman nating mga target is first etong 3.87. I mean 4.28 on this level. Okay? So etong line na yan, pag nakarating siya dyan, we will observe kung malakas pa rin ba yung price action. So that's the first one. And then of course, we will going to see if etong mga prices na to is marireach ba ni Decentraland in the next coming days and weeks. So yun lang ang ating mga target. So of course, we are aiming for this one. Kumbaga, ito na yung pinaka okay na profit for this trade. Okay? So what I'm discussing here is paano natin mababantayan yung kanyang reversal na pwede na tayo mag-unti-unting mag-bank or mag-accumulate while the price is moving higher, and then for some confirmation, kunyari ma-break niya rito and then it retest this, pwede ulit tayong mag-add sa ating position. Okay, so that's for Decentraland. So let's check yung ating Ethereum position. Ethereum is, if you notice here, meron na tayong konting profit. But the same rule apply when I check Ethereum. So siguro dahil second siya sa Bitcoin, but the same trading principle or strategy yung ginamit natin. So let's look for the weekly price chart. So dito medyo klaro yung kanyang trend, di ba? So let's get back a little bit of history in here. So na-break yung kanyang nag-breakout siya diyan. Yung kanyang etong part ito 2021. Okay? And it has been tested for a few times. Here and here. And it served as a very good support. So if you are a hodler for Ethereum, so hopefully nakakuha kayo ng mga position dyan. And in this weekly chart as well, medyo klaro yung ating trend line na uptrend. So that gives us the confidence na although nagkaroon siya ng dip or ng correction this week, kumbaga hindi niya naman na break etong trend line na ito. So now let's check for the daily chart kung meron tayong confirmation sa ating analysis. So two good support in here, which is the 200 moving average natin, yung white moving average, and of course this trend line, which is the zoom in version from the weekly chart natin. So that means another confirmation na okay yung ating uptrend, hindi siya nabasag dyan. So we are good na in the coming days, maybe this could be a very good opportunity for us to get in. So the next one is since kumbaga naghahanap tayo ng confidence na pwede na ba tayong pumasok, okay? So what we can do is take a little closer on the hourly chart. So same with Decentraland earlier, ang tiningnan ko rito is nagbi-build na ba siya ng support. So for the Ethereum's case, ito yung kanyang support na part. And the resistance was broken kahapon. Okay? And then nung gumising tayo, medyo nag-accumulate na siya dyan sa area na to. So ang ginawa natin is we bought that on that level because we think that based on this movement or trend na hindi na siya medyo strong yung ating support, which shows now na okay naman yung ating support. So in here, kung makikita mo yung ating blue na moving averages, that's the volume VWAP natin. Okay? So nasa taas na yung price in this part, so that's additional confidence for us na pumasok. And in the past few hours, as of now, yung hinihintay natin na ma-break is etong line na yan or yung resistance na yan, and currently the price is good, is above on it. So meaning kapag nag-close siya dyan, we could see a better movement higher for Ethereum. So kung mapapansin mo, kumbaga hindi ka basta-basta papasok lang dahil nag-dip siya as a trader. But if you are doing this, if your part of your portfolio is an investment, of course, mas maganda na makakuha ka doon habang bumababa siya, and then you keep adding habang patuloy siyang bumababa. Okay? So that's the good thing about technical analysis is you will know the levels kung saan ka pwedeng mag-add or kung nagsisimula na ba siyang mag-reverse. So in this case, katulad nga ng sinabi natin kanina, we are looking for supports, the resistance that has been broken, and lower highs with the help of this trend line. Okay? So nasaan yung mga price target natin na tinitingnan? So first, kung ma-break niya yung 200 moving average natin, is we could see a resistance in here. dyan sa 4458 na level. Let's check it out kung magiging malakas pa ba siya dyan, yung price action, and we'll see kung marirevisit niya itong all-time high dito. And yeah, most of the Ethereum maximalist is saying that we could see as high as 5,000 before the end of 2021. So as a trader, we don't rely on those information. We look for the price action, kung meron bang evidences or movement sa price action na nagko-confirm doon sa price target. So for now, we trade what we see in the chart, and we don't just rely on those information. Okay, so I think that's it for this weekend Ethereum or crypto video that we can share. And again, I am, for those curious about the platform, I am very happy with my capital.com platform. In fact, I moved some of my capital into this so that I can focus on a single platform for my trading. Okay, so yeah, so hopefully medyo nakatulong tayo sa weekend nyo for trading cryptocurrencies, and thank you for watching. And again, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.